All right, shifting focus now in the backdrop of Shiv Sena MP Sanjay Raut's arrest. Mirror now spoke exclusively to Congress leader Shama Mohamed, who lambasted the centre over misuse of central agencies. Referring to what she said as double standards, Mohamed said that the agencies only probe the opposition party leaders and not the ruling BJP. Listen in.
Now, you've put out a very strong tweet, how in fact the central agencies continue to act as puppets, as pawns of the ruling BJP. I would like you to share your views on what exactly is happening to the opposition leaders here and what is your message to the ruling government right now?
See, we all know that ED is a national agency and not anybody's personal property. But ED is behaving like the private thug, I'm telling you that, of the Bharatiya Janata Party and the central government. Now, we only see the ED going after opposition members, opposition leaders. Why not go after the BJP leaders? Now, recently, in fact, yesterday, 3 of our Jharkhand Congress MLAs have been arrested in Calcutta. There was money caught with them. And after that, another MLA from Jharkhand, Jai Mangal Singh, says that Mr. Ansari, one of them who were caught and suspended by the Congress party, had called him up and said that he has alleged that Himanta Biswasa Sarma has called them all to Guwahati. He will give them crores of rupees as well as make ministers if they help to bring about the fall of the present Jharkhand government. Now, this ED has to investigate. If somebody is coming out and saying, and they should check the call records between Ansari and Himanta Biswasa Sarma. Also, there are many cases, for example, Narayan Rane. Kirit Somaiya, the former member of parliament from the Bharatiya Janata Party, accused Narayan Rane of money laundering. Kirit Somaiya had said that money is taken from tax havens and used to build things in Mumbai. So why is ED not ED was investigating Narayan Rane before he joined the Bharatiya Janata Party when he was with the Congress party. Now ED has stopped that investigation. Sharda scam in 2014, they questioned Himanta Biswasa Sarma because there were allegations against him that by Sudipto Sen, who headed Sharda, saying that I paid 20 lakhs. Sudipto Sen paid 20 lakhs to Himanta Biswasa Sarma for his business to function in Assam. He was questioned, but once he joined the Bharatiya Janata Party, the questioning stopped. ED does not go after him. Subindu Adhikari was questioned in 2017 when he was a minister with the TMC, but as he joined the Bharatiya Janata Party, no more questioning. So this is what we are asking, is that why is it only the ED going after opposition members? Question also the corrupt or whoever is alleged of corruption in the Bharatiya Janata Party.
All right. And, in this context, I want to, in fact, ask you, how do you view the top court's latest judgment, where they've actually gone on to upheld the ED's powers, including the right to arrest?
Yes, I mean, it is not a great thing which has happened right now. It is going to weaken democracy, definitely, with that sort of judgment. But at the same time, the top court did not say that you need to arrest only the opposition members. The top court did not say that. ED has to go after anybody when there is allegation of corruption. Subindu Adhikari, Narayan Rane, Himanta Biswasa Sarma. Now, there is also, just before the Shiv Sena, the Eknath Shinde joined with the Bharatiya Janata Party to form the government in Maharashtra, there were some 8 MLAs who, again, Kirit Somaiya was saying in Shiv Sena, who he was saying are corrupt. There were allegations of corruption. And one of them is Pratap Sarnaik, who had huge allegations of corruption against him. Now, he is joined the Eknath Shinde faction of Shiv Sena and is with the Bharatiya Janata Party in the present government. So my question is, why is ED stop the questioning of Pratap Sarnaik? Will it continue to question him or not? So this is the double standard which we see. The minute you join the Bharatiya Janata Party, ED stops questioning them. It's like they've gone into a washing machine or they have gone into inside the Ganga and they've come out purified. So this is definitely wrong. This is what we are questioning about. Everybody in this country, any politician or the Congress party is of course against corruption. And whoever is corrupt should be behind bars. But it cannot be only one-sided. The double standards have to stop. ED has to question what has happened to Vyapam. Where is it right now? It's gone quiet. What has happened to Shivraj Singh Chauhan? So why is that any case against any BJP leader is put under the carpet, and why there's no the questioning doesn't happen over there? That is the question we are asking, and you just go after opposition members. So where is democracy right now? Why an ED? And you have to understand that ED comes directly under the finance ministry. So who's sending ED? Definitely the government, the central government.
And not just the Congress, the Shiv Sena is extremely furious with ED's action against Sanjay Raut. We had an exclusive conversation with Shiv Sena MP Priyanka Chaturvedi, who spoke to Times Network. My colleague Tamanna Inamdar had a conversation with her on Sanjay Raut's arrest. Let's take a look.
Shiv Sena leader Sanjay Raut will be in the custody of the Enforcement Directorate till the 4th of August. This comes amidst claims by opposition members that the Enforcement Directorate is being used as a political tool to target them. To speak more on this, I am joined now by Priyanka Chaturvedi. She is member of the Rajya Sabha, member of Parliament from the Shiv Sena. Ms. Chaturvedi, thank you so much for speaking with us. Let me begin with the charge that this is an unfair action by the Enforcement Directorate. Now, reports suggest that there is a huge sum of money that is being laundered. The claims are as high as 1,000 crore rupees of transfer in this alleged land scam case. Do you think that these charges should not be probed? Is that your case?
No, charges, absolutely they should be examined, and nobody is not saying that it shouldn't be examined. What we are questioning is the timing, what we are questioning is the intent, and we are questioning on the basis of what are they talking about these charges. Have you seen ED has been known to push out information through sources, and media has been playing it to the gallery. I'm not talking about your particular channel or any channel per se, but media has been playing it to the gallery. As of now, do you have any documentary evidence or any document which supports these charges? And that is why the question is the intent really financial transparency, or the intent is political witch hunt of a person who has been strongly opposing the BJP in the state and the center? We have seen there are two kinds of people in politics these days. One who fear the ED and who run away to the Bharatiya Janata Party camp, who are being openly threatened. You've seen Arjun Khotkarji, who went on record in a press conference, he was crying that I'm being forced, I'm being arm twisted because of financial, the blackmailing on the basis of ED functioning. And on the other hand, one is fear, one is facing the ED. Sanjay Raut is facing the ED. 2 ED summons skipped because the parliament was in session, explained that parliament is in session. As a parliamentarian, you have to attend the parliament and the proceedings. Was the reason enough for them to detain him and arrest him?
You're talking about the timing, Ms. Chaturvedi. So are you saying he's been detained because the parliament session is on?
I would just want to know as to on what ground was he detained. The charges that are coming is he's not cooperating. And if you would have heard Sunil Rautji, who's Sanjay Rautji's brother, said that not a single documentary evidence was asked for. Or the reason why they have come at 7:30 in the morning and knocking on a door, none of that evidence was even asked for, sought out. And here you're making a case of not cooperating with the ED. I think it is extremely unfortunate. And let me just give you a small figure. It was my parliamentary question where I had asked how many ED summons have been issued since 2014 and before between the 2004 to 14 decade. 2004 to 14 decade had around 200 ED summons. From 2014 onwards till date, there have been over 3,000 summons. Now I asked the conviction rate, how many led to any charge sheet? It is 23 people, 3,000 summons, 23 people have been convicted, 0.5% is the conviction. So what is anyone to understand that this is not serious charges, these are cooked up charges to hound people politically and political opponents, and it's happening with business people too. It is happening across board. It is silencing today's institutions, it's silencing the corporate world, it's silencing the media world, it is silencing the journalism world, because they believe that the only way to control the narrative is by totally controlling the power and authority of every institution.
So the claims or the counter by those of the ruling party are that the Enforcement Directorate is just doing their job, and if the person who's accused or being investigated, in this case Mr. Raut, is innocent, then this will eventually be proven in a court of law. So why not let the process take place? What would be your response to this?
No, who was stopping the process? Again, I repeat to you, 2 summons during a parliamentary session, not attended, and having written it in writing, that once given it in writing to the chairman of the house as well as to ED functionaries who sent this summons, that because of ongoing parliament session, I would be unable to attend. I would be in Delhi, discharging my parliamentary duties. I'll be more than happy to cooperate once the session is over. Why would what hell broke loose for ED to go running to his house and taking him under detention? He's a member of parliament. He's a senior leader. What threat was he to you, or threat to Indian security, law and order, for him to be detained and arrested? That's a simple question I ask all of you. As a senior member of parliament who has adhered to his constitutional responsibilities, is that a crime now? And I remember Harish Salvi making an argument in the Supreme Court. Heavens won't fall if the Chief Minister of Maharashtra changed. So I would want to understand, have heavens fallen for ED to go ahead and arrest him?
All right, breaking inputs coming in from Madhya Pradesh, where a massive fire broke out inside a private hospital in the state's Jabalpur area. Authorities say that several people have been feared dead. 13 are critical. Firefighting operations are underway. For more on this, I'm joined by Govind on the broadcast. Govind, the unfortunate piece of news coming in, but what is the latest that you can share with us?
Yeah, quite unfortunate, and the pictures are quite horrifying, and it's definitely surprising that how a hospital which is called the multi-specialty hospital, in which the fire broke out from generator. It's being told that the fire starts from generator and spread to all over, and it covers the entire premises of the hospital, and it was seeming like that it's not hospital, it's like some chemical factory is being burned, because जिस तरह का धुआं था, जिस तरह का आग का बवंडर था, वो अस्पताल में इतना भयावह तरीके से फैला कि इसमें जितनी भी जिंदगियां थी, वो तमाम जिंदगियां इसके जद में आ गई अभी तक. Officially, it's being told that more than 8 lives have been lost in this whole accident, and more than 13 are still under treatment, received the severe burn injuries, taking the treatment in the hospital. But definitely there is something or the other negligence of the responsible staff and authorities, and that is why it's the thing which will be scrutinized later, that who is responsible behind this kind of such big negligence. But first and foremost priority just for saving those lives which are who are fighting for the life, quite seriously injured, admitted in the hospital and getting the treatment. So this is definitely quite an quite surprising and shocking pictures coming from Jabalpur, and definitely opposition has made the allegation on the urban development minister that this is somewhat a kind of negligence in the inquiry, or whatever the proper arrangements have to be put in the as pre-measure in the hospital. They are seeming to be completely absent. That is why such big accident occurred there in this hospital. So this is definitely quite surprising, and ultimately as of now the update coming that the death is more than 8. And
all right, thank you, Govind. We will come back to you on this update that we are getting from MP's Jabalpur.